Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, how deep do you think this Genesis thing goes? So what is your understanding of Genesis, its relation to Gemini, the exchange run by the Winklevoss twins, or used to be, and now they're in like a cover band or whatever. Um,
Touring.
and yeah, and so what is the overarching company that owns both Genesis and actually, I guess the Grayscale fund? Is it DCG?
DCG, which is a digital currency group. They are the parent company of Genesis and Grayscale. Um, Genesis was so I don't know how they are actually tied to Gemini. I'm not overly sure, uh, or if Gemini just used them as their like lending protocol. So I'm not sure how deep that goes. But what I do know is when Three Arrows Capital filed bankruptcy, um, uh, Genesis was on their investor group. And I believe that was what I have here, $1.2 billion. So they are a
Mm,
creditor of Three Arrows Capital. Now, in their bankruptcy proceedings, if they can get their money back, they're owed $1.2 billion, which
right.
would help, obviously. But most people that go through these proceedings, they're getting 30, 40 cents on the dollar that they're owed. It's not going to be enough. So the other option then was to, somebody had mentioned they may have to liquidate their Grayscale, in order to settle the funds that they say that they really have. Um, and that could get ugly too. So it's another one of those convoluted. Everybody's borrowing everybody else's money. They're investing in the same things, with the same money. So
Right.
how many shell games can you play? Let's put it over here and invest, and then we'll move it over here and invest, and and it's all the same funds. So
Right. Um, I kind of echoed this a minute ago, and I put it in the chat on my channel here, and I'll put it in ours here for you to see, Ewok. But one of my favorite follows on crypto Twitter is Cred, who at Crypto Cred, who's a trader that's on the not up only, a podcast that I can't remember the name of right now. Um, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. He tweeted the other day on the 21st of November, Genesis timeline. November 8th, no material net credit exposure. November 9th, we lost 7 million. November 10th, okay, we have 175 million locked in FTX. November 16th, sorry, no withdrawals or new loans. November 17th, okay, we need 1 billion.
yep,
November 21st, we'll go bankrupt. We'll go bankrupt without the money. Yeah, over the course of not even 2 weeks. So,
yep. Yeah,
yeah,
it happens fast, man. Like I said, and people get wise to it, so they start trying to pool funds. When they can't get their money, then they're raising red flags, and they don't go to, just they don't just go to Twitter and say, "Hey, I can't get my money out." They
right.
start really raising red flags to people who can, set off alarms, and it goes quickly. It's it's one of the funny things that I found of people calling Richard Hart a scammer. But where are the people that are yelling as loudly as these people that can't get their money?
Yeah.
If he really was, you would have heard about it by now. So that's just another testament to Richard Hart was right. Hashtag.
Well, and we're gonna get to Richard Hart and specifically Hex here soon. But yeah, there's no the Richard Hart thing is purely the way he acts. It has nothing to do with any actual thing
Oh, for
that's ever
sure.
happened in
Yeah.
crypto. So